Hello, Highland Park. Welcome to a new week. We are reading tonight Picking Apples and Pumpkins by Amy and Richard Hutchins, and the photographs are by Richard Hutchins. This is a Cartwheel book published by Scholastic. This was my daughter's very favorite book when she was a little girl. So, we're going to read it. Starts here. Christy couldn't believe it. The day she had been waiting for had finally arrived. She and her best friends were going apple picking. "Hi, I'm Scott Applegate," said the man who was giving out baskets. "Welcome to Battleview Orchards." That one is Scott, and this is Christy. There were red McCowns and yellow delicious apples that were ripe for picking. Christy wanted to pick both kinds. The kids decided to start with the red ones. Nina reached an apple and took a bite. That first apple tastes so sweet. While Christy and Nina piled apples in a basket, Grandma checked them to make sure none were bruised. "These will be perfect for my apple pie," she said, smiling. "Look up there," she said to Nina and Christy. Michael had climbed all the way to the top of the tree. "There are some great apples up here," he called down to Christy and Nina. So remember, this is Christy, and this is Nina, and this is Grandma. She says she's going to make apple pies, and look at Michael. He climbed all the way up there to the top of the tree. After she climbed down, Christy's father showed her how to use a picker to pick apples that were high up in the tree. A picker is a long stick with a basket at the end of it. Look how long that stick is. It's really long to reach way up in the tree. Using the picker made apple picking easier, but climbing the trees was still more fun. See the little basket at the top so the apples don't fall all the way to the ground? "Lunchtime," Christy's mother called out. One by one, the children scrambled down from the trees, and they sat on the grass and enjoyed a yummy picnic lunch of turkey sandwiches and juice. They were surprised how hungry they all were, especially after eating all those apples. Looks like a fun day, doesn't it? After lunch, it was time to move on to the pumpkin patch. Christy had never seen so many pumpkins. There were tiny pumpkins, medium pumpkins, and really big pumpkins, too. Christy found one pumpkin that was so big she had to ask her grandma to help her lift it. Look at all those pumpkins, all different sizes. And there's Christy and Grandma lifting the big one. The pumpkin patch was a great place to play. Kelly, Nina, and Michael pretended to ride pumpkins. Christy tried one on as a hat. Christy's little hat. 2 pages, there we go. All too soon it was time to leave the pumpkin patch. Christy's parents helped the children pile their pumpkins together, and then the kids collapsed in a tired heap. Look at all the fun they had, though, collecting all those pumpkins. And there they are, all tuckered out. This time, Scott's hay wagon brought everyone to the farm store. While Christy's mother paid for the apples and the pumpkins, Christy and her friends looked around. They were amazed by all the delicious things that could be made from apples. There were caramel apples, candy apples, apple jam, apple cake, and apple butter. There were pumpkin pies and breads, too. But Christy knew when they got home, Grandma would make the best treat of all, apple pie. They look like they're having so much fun. Look at all those things you can make with apples. Soon enough, as soon as everyone was cleaned up, Grandma said, "Who wants to help make an apple pie?" And of course, everyone wanted to help. While Grandma started to peel and slice the apples, Nina and Christy mixed flour, water, and shortening together in a big bowl to make the dough for the pie crust. When the dough was ready, the girls rolled it out flat with a rolling pin. They have a little skinny rolling pin. Mine's kind of a fat one. Grandma helped the girls put the dough in a pan. Then they piled on the apple slices and covered the pie with more dough. When at last the pie was in the oven, Christy felt sad. Her special day was ending too quickly. But Christy's big day wasn't over yet. Her father had a surprise for her. "Let's make jack-o'-lanterns," he said. The children had lots of fun drawing faces on their pumpkins. Christy's father used a sharp knife to cut off all the pumpkin tops. Michael and Christy scooped out all the seeds. Then Christy's father followed the patterns to cut out their faces. The seeds is kind of a goopy job. See all that goop? But you got to get them out if you want to put a candle in it. Well, here we go. That night, after Nina and Michael had gone home, Christy and her family put candles in the jack-o'-lanterns and watched them glowing in the dark. And look what came out of the oven. Finally, Christy and her family had a delicious bedtime snack, homemade apple pie. Christy smiled. It was the perfect ending for a perfect day. Isn't that a fun book? I know it's not time to pick apples right now, but you can still buy them from the store and make a pie. It'd be a lot of fun. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow with another new book. Bye-bye.